We shall soon see, and no need of diviners. You have heard my final judgment on that girl. Have you come here hating me, or have you come with defense and with love, whatever I do?
I am your son, Father. You are my guide. You make things clear for me, and I obey you. No marriage means more to me than your continuing wisdom.
Good. That is the way to behave. Subordinate. Everything else, my son, to your father's will. This is what man prays for, that he may get. Some attentive, dutiful in his home, each one hating his father's enemies, honoring his father's friends, but if has sons, fail him, and if they turn unprofitably, what has he fathered but trouble for himself? And amusement for the malicious? So you are right, not to lose your head over this woman. Your pleasure with her will soon grow cold, Hymen, and then you will have a hellcat in bed and elsewhere. Let her find her husband in hell, and of all people in this city she has had her contempt for my law and broken it. Do you want me to show myself weak before the people, or to break my sworn word? No, and I will not. The woman dies. I suppose she'll plead family ties. Will let her. If I permit my family to rebel, how shall I earn the world's obedience? Show me the man who keeps his house in hand. He fits for the public authority, and have no dealing with lawbreaker cities of the government. Whoever is chosen to govern should be obeyed, must be obeyed in all great things, just and unjust. O Hymen, the man who knows how to obey, and the man only, knows how to give commands when the time comes. You can depend on him no matter how fast. The spears come, he's a good soldier, he'll stick it out. Anarchy, anarchy, show me greater evil. This is why cities tremble, and the great houses rain down. This is what scatters armies. No, good lives, and so may be discipline, with the laws and the lawmakers, and no women shall seduce us. If we must lose, let loose to a man, and at least, is a woman stronger than we?
Father, reason is God's crowning gift to man, and you are right. To warn me against losing mine, I cannot say. I hope that I shall never want to say, that you have reasoned badly, yet there are other men who can reason too, and their opinions might be helpful. You are not in position to know everything. There are people say or do what they feel. Your temper terrifies them, everybody. Will you tell only what you like to hear? But I, at any rate, can listen, and I have heard them, muttering and whispering in the dark about this girl. They say that no woman has ever so unreasonably died, so shameful a death, for a generous act. She covered her brother's body. Is this indecent? She kept him from dogs and vultures. Is this a crime? Death, she should have all the honor that we can give her. This is what they talk out there in the city. You must believe me. Nothing is closer to me than your happiness. What could be closer? Must not any son value his father's fortune as his father does his? I beg you, do not be unchangeable. Do not believe that you alone can be right. The man who thinks that, the man who maintains that only he has the power to reason correctly, to gift, to speak, to soul, a man like that, when you know him, turns out empty. It is no reason never to yield to reason. In flood time you can see how some trees bend, and because they bend, even their twigs are safe, while stubborn trees are torn up, roots and all. And the same thing happens in sailing. Make your sheet fast, and never slacken, and over you go, head over heels and under, and there's your voyage. Forget you are angry. Let yourself be moved. I know I am young, but please let me say this. This ideal condition would be, I admit, that the men should be right by instinct, but since we are all like too gently to go astray, the reasonable thing is to learn from those who we can teach.
You consider it right for a man of my years and experience to go to school to a boy?
It is not right, if I am wrong, but I am right and young, so what does my age matter?
And you think it's right to stand up for an anarchist?
No, not at all, but I pay no attention to criminals.
Then is she not a criminal?
The city may deny it to a man.
The city proposes to teach me how to rule.
Ah, and who's talking like a boy now?
My voice is the voice giving orders in this city.
It is no city if it takes orders from one voice.
The state is the king.
Yes, if the state is the desert.
This boy seems as sold out to a woman.
If you were a woman, my concern is only for you.
So, your concern in a public brawl with your father.
How about you in a public brawl with justice?
With justice, when all that I do is within my rights?
You have no right to trample on God's rights.
Fool, adolescent fool, taken in by a woman.
You'll never see me taken in by anything vile.
Every word you say is for her.
And for you, and for me, and for the gods under the earth.
You'll never marry her while she lives.
Then she must die, but that death will cause another.
Another? Have you lost your senses? Is this an open threat?
There is no threat in speaking to emptiness.
I swear, you'll regret this with your superior tone of yours. You are the empty one.
If you were not my father, I'd say you were perverse.
You girl-struck fool. Don't play at words with me.
I'm sorry, you prefer silence.
Now, by God, I swear, by all the gods in heaven above us, you'll watch it. I swear you shall. Bring her out, bring her out. Bring the woman out, let her die before his eyes. Here the instant with the bridegroom be her side.
Not here, no. She will not die here, King, and you will never see my face again. Go on raving as long as you've a friend to endure you.
Let him do or dream or do more than a man can. He shall not save these girls from death. Carry her far away, out there in the wilderness, and lock her living in a vault of stone. She shall have food, as the custom is, to absolve the state of her death, and there let her pray to the gods of hell. These are her only gods. Perhaps they will show her an escape from death, or she may learn, though late, that piety shown is the death is pity in vain.